Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Sunday Reset video. My name is Tiffany and I'm so happy you chose to spend a little bit of your day with me. In today's video, we're going to be starting off here in my garage. This is my amazing husband, Danny. He is so incredibly helpful. If you're new to my channel, we're both educators, so we have been home all summer and we've been trying to get little projects done when we can. So starting off for today's video, we're actually going to be hanging up this mop hanger. I've actually been wanting to do this for quite some time. We just didn't. There's just always other projects, you know what I mean? So this wasn't one of those things that had to happen. It was a want to happen. So it kind of got put on the back burner. You know how that goes? But it was definitely something I wanted to get done. So we purchased this really affordable wall mounted hanger for mops and brooms and, you know, the big tall duster there, the green duster that I use for my fans, as well as the yellow pole there. That is actually for changing light bulbs. So in our house in Las Vegas, our stairwell was open to the second floor and we had a light at the top of that, of course. And so we had to purchase that pole to help us change those lights. So it's actually really helpful with changing any light really, but that's what we bought it for. So Danny is just taking a second to put this up for me. He used the age-old painter's tape method, where you just put the painter's tape on the back of whatever it is that you're hanging to measure out how far you need it. Put that on the wall, use the leveler to make sure you get it level, and then you can put in anchors or whatever else that you need, which is what he did here. So now he's just hanging those things up real quick because he's just so lovely. And then we're going to move on to our next chore. So next up on the list, we're going to be working on this area right here to the left of the door, the garage door. You see me giving him funny faces because my husband's a big jokester. He's one of those dad jokes kind of guys. Do you guys have one of those in your life? He's got a mug that says dad joke champion, I think it says, and it fits. But basically what we're doing, it looks really, really crazy and chaotic. It's really not. If I could show you the rest of the garage, you would see it's pretty picked up. Danny's been doing a really good job getting things organized, but in this section right here, I wanted to hang a couple of decor pieces and just have a section for our lake items. So that way everything would just be in one spot, easy to get to when we wanted to go out on the lake. So as of right now, all of those items, well, the towels and our lake bag and stuff like that they're just kind of everywhere, majority of which is in the cabinet in the laundry room. And then I also have stuff down in the basement. But the goal was to have everything in one central place so it was easy to find and grab and snag when we're ready to just go. So we've got that little black like shoe bench right there that it doesn't have a top. The top was just completely destroyed in our house back in Las Vegas, and we just did not even bring it with us. We knew we weren't going to be bringing that into the house. It's an old, really beat up piece, but it was still functional, so we kept it for the garage. And then where I just put the kite, that is full of like sporting goods and, you know, outside toys. And then right beside that, there is a mini fridge. It's not currently plugged in. Those things do use a ton of energy, but we've got it just in case we decide, you know, we need to have a little extra fridge out here. But as of right now, it's not plugged in. Probably will get plugged in around the holidays, so I have extra storage around Thanksgiving and things like that. So we're getting started with this really cute welcome sign that I purchased at Michael's. I guess I could have showed it to you first, and but I didn't. But it's a really cute welcome sign that's got a bunch of sweet fishing lines or buoys. I'm not sure exactly what those are, but I'm just putting some command hooks on them, and Danny's helping me eyeball it. And then I asked him if he could just grab the level real fast so that, we didn't completely mess it up, and it was actually pretty dead on. So we're going to put that down real quick, and it looks really, really cute. I thought it was sweet. I liked having it right here by the front door. He's just pushing that in for me. And then I also had picked up this little life preserver, and these are like wooden. This life preserver is wooden, and I thought it would be cute to hang underneath it, but then I was like, you know what, it gets kind of crowded, so I ended up doing something different with it. But I also have a shelf. So the shelf was for me to be able to hang like our lake bag, but also to put some cute lake decor on it. I just thought that it would be cute. I picked it up at TJ Maxx. It was $16.99. Really sturdy and solid piece. Danny actually needed to put in some anchors to get it hung because it's so substantial he didn't want it to fall. And once again, he's using the painter's tape method. If you do it right, this never fails. Unless I do it in the laundry room by myself, in which it fails. So once he got the shelf hung, I brought over the decor pieces to start decorating, and I decided to hang the cute little life preserver. And then in my head I thought, why didn't I do that to begin with? And then I put up these cute little signs that I got at Michael's. I actually got them when they were 60% off. Pretty much everything there except for the shelf is from Michael's. So, and all of those items are now 80% off. So I have still been seeing them at Michael's. I would check them out if you're interested. If you have a lake house, or, if you just like that kind of decor, I definitely have still seen them. So next up, I'm grabbing this Sterilite clear, like organizing tote. I got these at Walmart. I actually got a whole bunch of them. I think I purchased like 8 of them because we've been doing a lot of organizing down in the garage, and they were less than $10. They were like $9.98 or something like that. Super, super good price. Clear containers like this are really hard to come by, especially for less than $10. Usually they're somewhere closer to $20. But I like the clear containers because then I can see what's inside of them. But yes, definitely check your Walmart if you're in need of these, because the price was unbeatable. So I'm just putting our towels in here, and my kiddos' bathing suits, as well, some of them, as well as my bathing suit. My bathing suit's like a really cute romper. I actually got it at Target. It's super cute. I'll have it linked for you down below if I can find it. If you prefer a lot of coverage, or if your body type is like mine, this is, like I said, like a cute little romper, and I feel very covered in that bathing suit. I love it. So and then that bag there I got from TJ Maxx. I thought it was so cute. It just has all these things about summer. And then that other bag I also purchased at TJ Maxx. We bring a lot of stuff on the boat, you guys. And then that bag there is actually from a store called Five Below, which we didn't have back on the West Coast, but we have out here. And that has all of our like sand toys. That's for when we go to either the beach at the lake or when we go to the actual beach. That has all of our like beach toys in it. So I just put that on top of the little mini fridge because I was running out of room. But that TJ Maxx bag there just kind of has all of our sunblocks. I think it has goggles and things like that. And then that tote that I just put in there is an insulated tote that we put our snacks and drinks in when we go to the beach or to the lake. So now it's all just easy to grab when it's time for us to go out on the boat. Staying in the outdoor theme here, we're going to be working on taking down all of the patriotic decor from outside, starting with my front door wreath. So I had mentioned in Wednesday's video, I had done a haul of some new items I got for the fall. And one of the items I put in that video was this really sweet Magnolia wreath. Now this is not a fall wreath, but I did purchase it for kind of the time in between. So I wanted to show it to you guys. This was a snag that I got on Amazon. I think I paid $17.99, which if you know anything about wreaths, that's actually a really, really good price. Wreaths can be so expensive and I hate spending a ton of money. So I'm always on the hunt for a deal. I saw this, I don't even remember where. I probably saw it on Instagram maybe, and I'm so happy I snagged it. So just taking the time to fluff it out, step back, check it out, see what looks wonky, and we're getting it all set up. I took down the patriotic wreath for now until next summer. But I am loving this Magnolia wreath. I'll have it linked for you down below. Next up, we're moving outside to work on the patriotic bunting that I have in the windows. So Danny is on the inside. We have vertical siding, and so I wasn't sure how to hang this like appropriately on the siding. So we just tucked it under all of our screens. So he's lifting up the screen so I can pull it out, and then he's putting the window back down. You can see in my backyard in this shot that the backyard is a jungle, you guys. Like literally. Our backyard has not been done yet. Our builder keeps going back and forth in our backyard with the excavator because houses are being built on either side of us. So once that's done, once he doesn't have to pull the excavator through, he promised he would get the backyard done. But for now, there's just big giant weeds that look like a jungle. It's pretty crazy. I look forward to when that's done back there. We'll be able to enjoy that hopefully next summer. Next up, Danny went upstairs to grab the ones from the upstairs bedrooms. And there in the front, you see my youngest son, Ryan, in his swim trunks. I think he'd been in those swim trunks all day long, again, going out on the boat. And he is actually working on planting some cherry seeds. So he was over at Mimi's house, that's his grandmother's house, my husband's mom, and he had been eating a bunch of cherries and he saved all of the pits so that he could plant them and eventually grow a cherry tree. I love the kid, he's so sweet. So that's what he was working on. Here my husband's working on grabbing the bunting from the last bedroom, right here above the garage, best room in the house. That room is 23 by 13. That room is giant, bigger than my bedroom. But he's grabbing that bunting, and now the house is back to normal. Here's a shot of it in late summer before we slide on into fall. Next up on my list today is something I've been wanting to do, but I've been putting off, and that is hosing down my garage. Now, it probably could use a really good power wash. I just didn't want to do all of that today. I just wanted to kind of give it a good rinse down. I should have put the camera closer so you could actually see like the dirty water rolling down the garage door. I'm sorry that I didn't do that, but just using the jet setting on my regular hose to get this hosed off. It was super dirty. Having a white garage is lovely. I love it, but it really does get dirty. So, and we have extremely hard water, so buildup just happens very, very easily, but pretty sure my entire house could use a really good power wash. I'm thinking that might be something that I do come the fall. Right now it's just so hot. We have been having a crazy heat wave. The other day I got in my car and it said 99 degrees and it was miserable, like 95% humidity. I felt like I was in Florida. It was awful. Hopefully it's supposed to be coming to an end here and we've got high 70s all next week. But man, is it hot where you live? I know it's been a heat wave pretty much across the country, but tell me what the weather's like where you live. Is it as miserable as I just described? While I'm out here with the hose, of course, I'm going to come over and give my flowers and everything a drink. This is, one of my favorite times of the day. It's actually almost 8 o'clock in this shot, and everything is just starting to cool off as the sun goes down. We've had the most beautiful sunsets. It's been absolutely wonderful, and this is the best time to come out and enjoy the outdoors. So you're going to see me battling with our hose here. So Danny has 2 hoses that come off of the spigot to the left of the front door. That's where he pulls out our sprinklers for the grass, and we have not been having a ton of rain, so definitely been using those sprinklers. And then we have another spigot or spout, on the other side of the garage. That's where I have this extra hose. So it's a nice long hose. This is what I use to pull out and give the flowers a drink, and then I put my hose on full. That allows me to shoot down the side of the house. It's not jet, so I'm not hurting anything. It just kind of allows it to just shoot a little bit further. So just giving everything a drink. You can see that my hydrangeas are slowly starting to turn as they prepare for the fall. My limelights, my little limelights there, what I'm watering now, and the one there in the front, they're starting to get that really pretty red color on them. And then my big Incrediballs are turning that really pretty green. I will say that only one of my Incrediballs, fully bloomed this year. The other one only got one bloom. I'm not sure what happened. I did fertilize it again in July to see if that was the problem. It didn't do it. So we'll see what happens. If it doesn't bloom up in next spring, I may replace it. So it didn't look the healthiest in the nursery when I bought it, but it was the only other one. So I took it anyway, but it may have to get replaced if it doesn't bloom up next spring. Now I'm just taking a minute to clean up the front porch. It needs a good power wash again. I haven't done it in about a month, but it really needs it again. I'm going to do it right before I decorate for fall here on the porch. But right now, with my kids just constantly playing in the sprinklers and everything, there's no point in doing it now. So just going to take a minute to get the porch cleaned up, and then I'm going to sit down and help my little guy plant his seeds. So I just want to say thank you so much for spending some time with me in today's video. I hope that you enjoyed being outside with my family on this warm summer night. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. I'd love to have you subscribe and come back for more. I post new videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and I'm also sneak peek working on adding in a Monday video. So I'd love to have you come back and join my family, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.